You died because of you!
What a bunch of drivel. Break those chains! Embrace your rightful power! I really love a good fairy tale. Who will be the lead of our next story? Do you like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after? Be good, and you will have a loving home. Be kind, and you will be shown kindness.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Champion of the Realm series season 2. This is the first match of the day, which is gonna be happening pretty soon, and it is between none other than Team IGN versus Team Samurai right now. Now, IGN, one of the top teams in India, quite well known, going against an underdog, of course, one of the I would say upcoming dark horses, I guess. But yeah, it's always fun to watch the matches of all of this because you never know you never know how much of a surprise element there could be. So yeah, I welcome one and all who is watching, who has tuned in with us onto the Casters Text. This is your girl Zero, and of course, this time we do have another guest, but yeah, we'll keep the formalities for that later on. Now, for now, we're just draft to start, and it it is with us right now. Blue side for Samurai and IGN onto the red side. The draft is gonna be quite predictable for the bands, I would say. Of course, the Badang band comes in, and for IGN, I guess they're gonna be going for the standard bands as well. Yep, there we go. Zushin gets on the ban list, as well as Julian right there. Quite interesting, I would say. Julian, I mean, uh, it's quite understandable. His early game, his early game output is really high. So yeah, quite understandable that he is onto the ban list. Matilda can't forget, of course, goes to the first pick, and it is kind of a respect ban coming in from IGN, given that Samurai they have the first pick. Of course, they're gonna be banning out that Joy as well because of her burst damage output with that electrifying beats. And for IGN, they can still go for a tank, maybe a roamer, or maybe a fighter EXP onto the EXP side. Okay, they decide to ban out that Hylos. Quite understandable given that he is quite beefy, has the glorious pathway, can slow you down, so you gotta ban him out, even though there are a lot of heroes that can burst down. So yeah, it's the bands are looking quite solid about now, and of course the first pick going into the hands of Team Samurai, they will be going for the Granger as the first pick. Now we note that there is still a Harriet open, and it's of course Aaron the creator, one of his signature picks, Harriet as well. And we always have an Airtel to counter the Granger, so we gotta see what they pick, but here they're gonna be going for two of the EXP quite chunky heroes, I would say. The Phobius and the Lucas. Seems like Lucas is gonna be going on to the jungle now. A Lucas jungle and a Phobius. Do you think is that gonna work?
Yeah, we have seen a lot of teams pull up with the Lucas Jungle is the top teams. They know the rotation. They know which parts to clear first. They pretty much know how to use the Lucas Jungle. And I suppose we're gonna see either Irritel or Harriet on the gold lane.
Yeah, basically the Irrital or the Harriet on the gold because they go well against a Granger. So and they're quite open as well.
Yeah,
On top of the meta hero list in the gold laner position. So yeah, quite of an interesting unless there is still the second part of the ban phase coming up, unless Samurai bans out those heroes, they're gonna get forced to pick out something. But there's still a Moscow open though for that Granger, and I think a Moscow goes well against a Granger as well. So that is one more possibility. But yeah, overall Khalid, is that gonna be an EXP or maybe a Roam Khalid? Because it right now, I think Roam Khalid does quite a lot better than a EXP Khalid. What do you say?
Yeah, I think the ROM Khalid is quite better than XP Khalid because you can see the poking mechanism of Khalid is better in ROM than in XP, and then Thunderbolt takes quite early on Khalid in ROM.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Khalid is going next XP in this match.
I mean, the Belleric can also go for an EXP Belleric. You never know. But yeah, Sui was open, so you get picked out. But going against a Lucas would be quite interesting. And I think they are forced to pick out that Irithel because Harriet was, of course, banned out. So yeah, it's basically the picks and the counters that are going on right now. And okay, which decides to pull up the Luo Yi, and I guess we're gonna be seeing quite the diversion gameplay. But yeah, overall, both the drafts are looking quite well. But I'll ask you, in your opinion, which side of the draft looks better?
I think IGN drafted better here. Samurai for Team Samurai, I think they would have banned out Irithel instead of Melissa because I don't think Melissa is much of an issue here as you have Belric, as you have Khalid. I don't think they're gonna do that. Melissa is gonna do anything here.
Mm-hmm. Melissa, I guess they're just being cautious because they're like the late game. I mean the burst potential, not the burst, the damage potential of Melissa. It's been going quite a bit on trend these days. So I guess
Yeah, Melissa's be
they
on ban in rank section
mhm.
because they made scaling in the late game.
Yeah, 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 makes sense. But I feel like Melissa is not that quite picked. Might be an underrated hero in my opinion. Moving on, this will be the first match of the day between Team Samurai and Team IGN right there already. We see a lot of poking game coming in from the side of IGN. Really, really, I would say aggressive because which with Zozan right there on that Gatot they are getting that poke onto Samurai and just not being able to, make them go for the farm. And look at that already. Granger is struggling against an Irithel. And, I feel like he gotta play it safe, but first blood goes in the hands of Aaron, the creator, right there. Quite of a clutch. Quite of a clutch.
The early game of IGN is pretty strong here.
Mhm.
The mid lane, the Louis in the Gatot. I don't think you
Yeah,
can
yeah. Mhm. Well, Gatot
outplay
is there
them.
for the taunt and Loi is there for the burst down, so it's kind of strong for him. But Big Dracula, he does save himself from any kind of harm, gets away with a slither of HP, and basically the turtle is up. Lucas is already starting the turtle around the turtle, though, there is a lot of zoning coming in. A diversion play comes in onto the bush. Louis is transported. Same with Lucas right there. The beast form does get used up. Mantis gets taken down, but Respect will be falling down as well. But yeah, the turtle still goes onto the hands of IGN, so I guess that's a good trade. Oh, okay. The AOG gets used up to burst down Deathman on that Granger. Now, yeah, for as we're speaking, the early game of IGN is quite strong because of all the poke ability coming in, and they are already being a lot of aggressive. So, Team Samurai, they are getting that pressure, not being able to farm much, and that I feel like that is where they are getting the lag. But look at the amount of mark that Granger is getting. It's a 0-3-0 KDA right now in the first 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and Oh my goodness, the diversion gameplay coming in quite on point around the bushes. You gotta you're not able to, if you're not able to predict the diversions, it's gonna be hard for you. And that flicker gameplay coming in from Witch, getting away from that Raising Sandstorm coming in from Khalid right there. AOG onto the backline, connects to two people. Zozan goes in with the Infernal Pursuit. Xavier is there. Alan the Creator takes one kill in his hands. Now the score is 1-6. And already the mid lane, it seems like in a bit of a danger. And yeah, basically the Dawning Light won't be doing much of a damage, but they are still able to get their turret to be safe, but not for long. Granger yet again getting the mark coming in. Alan the Creator gets the killing spree. Wrath of Dryad gets used as Zolzan gets taken down in the hands of Xavier right there. Dawning Light missing out. Alan the Creator gets marked by Khalid with a triple sweep, but the duality comes in from Witch, saving him from getting any further harm. So what do you have to say about the way both the teams are approaching in the game so far?
think Samurai is gonna get the farm much, but I think there's a holdout because there is 5k goal difference in the first 5 minutes of the game. It's gonna be really hard match for them. They should have they should play passive right here right now instead of playing aggressive. Try to secure the lanes and the buffs instead of going deeper into the jungle like in the turtle. I don't think they can secure that anymore.
Yeah, basically, IGN, they've gotten the upper hand around the match, so they're gonna be still dominating. And Samurai, yeah, as you said, they are not finding the equal traits. They are just going for an all-out brawl fight, and yeah, I guess that is where they are kind of making the mistake right now. But look at that. Fake Dracula gets taken down in the hands of Mirio with that Infernal Pursuit. Dawning Light won't be dealing that much of a damage, because as a Xavier, I feel like you kind of need the stacks on yourself, and also maybe the items as well. But Diversion comes in right between turret, and that now gets taken down yet again. Which, although he gets a shutdown, but killing spree goes in the hands of Respect. Now, the amount of Divergence spams coming in from IGN is quite commendable, and it's really on point, even though it's all exposed. And Simra, I feel like they saw it coming, but they did not have the timing to get away from any of those advances.
Yeah. And I think Blade is going for blade armor instead of dominance here either. And as you can see, enemy is full of sustain heroes. I think that's
Yeah,
a itemization mistake on Team Samurai right here.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, dominance should be the first item in this team comp. But yeah, another team fight breaking out. Mirio gets taken down right there, but Mantis looking really low. Zozan gets taken down, and but yeah, Mantis will be on the chopping block. 2-for-2 trade coming in from the side of Samurai. Still goes for more, goes after Respect, but Respect will be escaping. Although fake Dracula does get hit up with that Luoyi's duality, doing doing an impressive job on that Luoyi. The divergence, I would say, although it was exposed, it's still helping the team get the upper hand.
Yeah, low. Which on Louis is in horror for this Team Samurai. And I think IGN is not gonna take that turtle and they're gonna make it to the Lord in 8 minutes to take down the outer turrets.
Yeah, evolve it into the Lord. I think that's better for them as well. And look at the amount of damage coming in from Respect. The he he will be getting taken down in the hands of Xavier with a dawning light, but he was dealing a lot of damage. But he was inside the turret, so he got the turret hit as well, and it kind of helped Team Samurai shut him down. Overall, yeah, they are gonna be going for the Lord, but they're gonna have to wait a bit because Respect is down, their side of jungle is down, so they gotta extend the game until Respect spawns back in. Aaron the creator doing a sneaky job around that blue buff. The exposure is there, does get used up, and IGN they are already starting the Lord. And if we see Aaron, he did secure the blue buff away from Suyo. And again, another great zoning coming in from Mirio, but Khalid with his Raging Sandstorm won't be connecting. AOG starts, and the team fight breaks out yet again. Fake Dracula would be escaping, but not Mantis though. He gets taken down in the hands of Mirio with an Infernal Pursuit. One person down for the side of Team Samurai. Now I think IGN they can easily go for the Lord, but they decide to go for a quick push, but it won't be happening because there are not much of a minion wave that comes in, and of course an uncontested Lord goes for the side of IGN. Now I feel like at this point of the game, Team Samurai they are getting choked down by IGN too much that they
I think Team Samurai is totally lost on this game. They are not prioritizing on the objectives. The buffs are not taken down, and rather they are going for the turtle and the lord, even though they can't contest for it. Even though there is like 11,000 gold difference, they're still going for the turtle and lord instead of prioritizing the farms.
Blue team turret has been destroyed. Blue team hero has been slain. Triple kill. Blue team base turret has been destroyed. Blue team base turret has been
Yes.
destroyed.
So back to my point, IGN they are already in the base, and yeah, secures the base quite easily. I would say dipped on me, but yeah, overall it was quite a fast-paced game. IGN they managed to end the game a bit with the first Lord, and the abrupt, actually the whole domination coming in from IGN, especially on that Granger. They choked him down knowing that he was one of the late game damage outputs, and Granger was not getting the backup as well from his team, and he was just getting ganked out by almost every single person from IGN.
Team Samurai is just lost. They should have banned the Irritel instead of Melissa, because
Yeah.
Irritel was the biggest. Irritel and Hui was the biggest threat in this game.
Hmm.
Irritel didn't make Granger farm. I don't even think Granger had a farm of 10,000 stakes. I mean 100 stakes.
Hmm. I mean, he was getting choked down quite a lot,
Yeah,
so that is quite understandable. And Suyo, he did not get the early game snowball as well, so that is one more thing. And I feel like IGN they just went up straight for the jungle, and every single time, if you noticed, every single time IGN they went for the divergent gameplay and forced out a team fight every time they were about to take an objective, like the neutral objective, turtle or the lord. So that is that is experience speaking for itself. They know when to put the pressure, they know when to withdraw, and they were not rushed about the match at all. They just took out the things at their own pace, and yeah, that kind of secured Team IG and their victory. But yeah, overall for a starting match, I think that's really good. Now we will be back with you with two more matches, so stay tuned and don't go anywhere.
Pay attention, because you're about to see the serpent's true strength.
Dear doomed king, the time has come to cast away that frail mortal shell. Join me in eternity.
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're ignited.
For defying the world, I was handed eternal reign. The feast shall wait.
Let the eternal melody soothe your soul. Echo through the darkness. Lovely quintet. Embrace the music.
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're igniting the spark. Brush off defeat, we hone every mark. Stand together, this is our time. Synchronize in perfect rhyme. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise,
the melody soothe your soul. Echo through the darkness. Lovely quintet. Embrace the music.
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're igniting the spark. Brush off defeat, we hone every mark. Stand together, this is our time. Synchronize in perfect rhyme. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down.
Alpha, my dear doomed king. The time has come to cast away that frail mortal shell. Join me in eternity.
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're igniting the spark. Brush off defeat, we hone every mark. Stand together, this is our time. Synchronize in perfect rhyme. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise,
Hey guys, welcome back to the Champion of Realms. We are in season 2 right now, and it's an amazing match that's going to be happening. Trust me, on my gut, my feelings on this match is going to be like it's going to skyrocket in popularity. I'm kidding. It might not, it might. But then again, it's ABM, no other team, but against them, it's Super Yama. And today on the caster desk, it's me, Crucifix, and alongside me, it's going to be Shepard. What's up, Shepard? How's your day been going?
Been going really good, and I've been waiting for this match between ABM and Super Yama. Is Super Yama gonna be the underdog that's gonna beat ABM, the champions of India so far? Yeah, I've been waiting for
Holy,
this
we
match.
We'll be waiting for that answer because we never know what's going to happen. To be honest, though, right now, Shepard, what do you think is going to be the probability of each team? How do you think they're going to fare out? Do you think they're going to actually have a tough time? One of these teams, I believe that ABM has it on their hands, but I don't have no idea about Super Yama.
Yeah, I don't know much about Super Yama, but who knows? This is Shadow Champions of the Realms. You don't know who will be the champion.
Definitely. And the people behind the caster desk, at least, they told us to actually watch out for this team way before, and I'm kind of excited to be honest. So, you want to head into the game right now, Shepard, with me?
Yeah, sure. Into
So,
the
we're
draft.
back into the drafting phase. Do you see anything surprising? I don't. It's Lucas and Zushin, two heroes that definitively actually they should be banned. There's no There's no option. You have to ban these heroes. Especially
Yeah,
after that damage increase on the Lucas. Dude, the ultimate is now just one entire blast.
and then the Zushin ban is a must too, or else you're gonna be flying around the map here and there.
Definitely, dude. I kid you not. Zushin, even with the mana cost increase, it's kind of still on the verge. Well, I think she's still busted, but she has her niches now. But then
Yeah,
again, Fanny, Matilda, and Louis. Three people that have great mobility. I like bands. What do you think?
yeah, the bans are pretty standard here. The ban, all the bans are pretty decent and it's quite reasonable.
Definitely, dude. I see the Fanny as a possible death sentence for most people in the early game because most marksmen, mages, and also supports suffer because of her. But then again, the Badang, after that nerf, I'd say he's kind of, manageable. You can go around him, you can work around him, and you can actually still win the game. But that CC is one hell of a hero. She's got her basic attack range increased now, and she will be way more, harder to cast because of passive has now only tick reductions in stacks.
Yeah, and then there's a hurried pick. Oh, it's gonna be a hurried golden, I guess,
Maybe. What do you
because
think?
hurried is the top pick in the golden right now. It's either hurried or it's either grandeur. And if hurried or the grandeur is banned, then it's gonna be Irrital or it's gonna be Beatrix. There's no other
Dude,
MMs right now shining over them.
absolutely. Dude, I tell you, Erythel, the moment actually people started using her, they realized how strong she was. Nobody really remembered her as a big threat in most matches, but damn, the popularity increase.
Yeah, the revamp on Irrital made it really dangerous, very lethal. You can't catch it,
Definitely.
and then she's just running around dealing damage to you, and you're dead by the time you catch her.
Ayo, but Erythel has her own set of problems. That's one of them being Gatot and the other being Alpha. Both of these heroes can practically burst Erythel down. Maybe with a Rose Gold Shield will be able to survive. But these heroes can burst. Okay. Gatot maybe not if you actually build him tank, but he's going to be a nuisance to Erythel either way.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a Chow room on
Hmm.
Apex.
I actually believe that too, but that Sicilian ban caught me off guard. I didn't really think Sicilian is that much of a threat nowadays. Even though he has really incredible speeds in clearing lanes and everything, he kind of seems like that hero that you need to really you need to put effort into in the early game. That that and Chip is super annoying.
Yeah, Cheap and Selena. Yeah, Selena's ban is a must. Though. I think There was a player in ABM who uses Selena really well.
I think that's a respect ban, but then again, Selena after buff, she can now clear the minions in a matter of seconds. She can rotate. She can also do enough damage in the early game with level 2 to actually just wipe out somebody from the face of the planet. There, that and Granger, of course, the range. But I missed out most of the picks now. The second picking phase has been completed. It's Phobius and also Gord on the side of ABM. I love non-meta picks. That Gord is something that I'm actually looking forward to. And well, Aurora and Carrie. Carrie, though, obviously, you guys already know why Carrie is so amazing. She has the she got increased damage on her basic attacks in the ultimate state, and also Aurora never really lost out of the meta.
Yeah, the bands are pretty good. Which side do you think has a better drafting?
Better drafting, I'd say Yama Esports. I feel like the team fight composition that they have, sorry, yeah, it kind of works out because Gatot and Aurora could set up for amazing kills for Carry, Alpha, and maybe CC. CC could also take a lot of damage, sustain to incoming damage for her team. But I love the board, so I prefer, honestly, ABM winning. Call me, I don't know what I should call myself, but yes, I like the
Yeah,
board pick.
yeah. I think the draft is better on the side of Yama, but then the side of ABM, it's all of them are pretty strong in early game, and if they could snowball it, then it's gonna be easy game from ABM right now.
Hey yo, and like that, we are in the land of dawn. Both teams are already done clearing their respective buffs. But look at that though. Gatot took a lot of damage in the early game to carry, also taking a ton of damage. Her light spin wheels, basically doing a ton of damage to Cho Rome. Harriet has the upper hand in the lane right now because of Cho's support. While that said, Gatot and everyone are in the river side. I think there's a possible, first blood look, maybe.
Yeah,
Wait. I think top lane is fine. So, Shepard, do you have anything to add to? Because top lane is just empty. Mid is completely dry.
yeah. I
Nobody
think
wants
they're
to.
gonna. Yeah, I think a fight is gonna be erupting on the top lane. To be honest. Yeah,
But you were right. Absolutely. Taunted. Cho is not going to be stopped. Spear of Alpha also connecting onto the Cho. Cho surviving with a sliver of HP. While the Aurora, too. That was too little to actually. That's too close to comfort, man. Too close to comfort.
yeah, and there's gonna be a turtles fight. I don't
Yep.
think.
I think ABM has the upper hand here.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a easy turtle for ABM. Yeah,
Definitely. That easy turtle for the side of Team ABM is going to help them, you know, throughout the early phases of the game because now they can snowball without any consideration whatsoever. Cho looking in for maybe an invade, but nobody from his team really wants to actually engage in that situation.
the early game of ABM is pretty good, and
Yup.
yes, you can see they can easily snowball this. And then I think there's a 1K goal difference right now in 2 minutes.
Holy crap, dude. 1,000 gold difference in a matter of 2 minutes. That one lord, that one turtle, I keep calling it Lord. That one turtle actually helped them a lot.
Yeah, it's the ABM, bro. They know how to.
Oh,
I think CC is gonna die now.
oh man, look at the Cho. He uses the
Whoa.
Jeet Kune Do, but he misses his Way of the Dragon. Will not connect, and that means CC will live to see another day. Maybe Su Yu looking in to actually engage inside the tower with the first skill enhanced. No, I don't think so. Su Yu will prefer to actually stay safe. No, not make any risky plays. But in the mid lane, it's a totally different story.
On the goal, then both of them are playing really safe. They don't want to risk giving any one of them the upper lead. They just want
Definitely.
the yeah, they just want the lanes, and they're waiting on the opportunity to fight. Oh, Harry,
Oh, but
Harry is. Oh,
look! Holy crap! Harriet going in and out Godspeed style, but at the top side, we almost missed it. There goes the AOG, but before that, Alpha, and also, oh damn, Carrie was also taken out, but double kill for the side of Team ABM. There goes the kill for the side of ABM. Suyu gets it. Snowball is imminent.
Now we see another 3K goal lead in 4 minutes.
Man, and another turtle too. Turtle soup, might I add. But on the bot side, Carry again getting the L, taking the downtime, going back to base straight up. You know what else is going back? Turtle back to the place where it spawned from, but CC2 will be going back to the top lane because she cannot handle 4 people. But that doesn't stop ABM. Cho looking in for a Jeet Kune Do. He gets it. He kicks him. He is going to engage, but he will disengage. Ultimate from the gourd. Kamehamehas CC out of there. Gold tower for Team ABM. Gold shield from the tower.
Yeah, pretty strong game from Team ABM.
Definitely.
The early game is theirs, but then there might be a power spike in the middle because of Team Yama. The heroes, they shine when it's mid and late game.
Wait, but I'm sorry to cut you off, but did you just notice how Alpha just walked inside the tower? But Joe also walking inside the tower gets the G flicker and Way of the Dragon onto the Aurora, taking her out because on the top side, her passive was taken out in that last death. Dude, mid lane tier 1 out of the game.
So you're taking his
Oh,
blue buff. I don't think they're gonna give Yama Esports any time to farm, and then Gary's dead.
oh man. Carry almost took the full force of Harriet's attacks, but then again, Cho noticed that Carry was low, rotated, and took him out. Like how, oh, Way of the Dragon again with the gourd, but Cho taken out. Finally, Gata. I think on the team erupting these damage to use and attack will be I think Alpha is alone to defend himself. Alpha to escape, but look at that Gata taunting the Phobius, but you know what? You never taunt the Phobius. He has more shield and lifesteal than you can ever think about. Spell vamp for days, but here comes the the Gord's ultimate almost killed the Alpha. Alpha does not have the ultimate. He cannot disengage. He cannot engage. He has to go back. Suyu gets a free turtle because of his team's efforts on the top side. Shepard, this is amazing.
Yeah, this is peak MLB from Team ABM right now.
Yup, and another Way of the Dragon. But sadly, there's everyone from side Yama Esports. Cho is in trouble, will be taken out. Phobius also in trouble, gets the Retribution slow, will be forced to actually use the Flicker. Gord escaping with a sliver of HP, AOG connected, and also the Spear of Alpha. Alpha getting the kill onto that Phobius who overextended. Here comes the Suyu with the first skills enhanced, but the second skill does a lot of damage. But then again, here comes the ultimate from the Harriet, Zaman Force. Suyu getting the kill on the Alpha though. Gatot will be taken out by, okay, Harriet, not Suyu. And I think Suyu wants more. He will get more, gets the kill on the CC. Aurora, like a cop, says freeze, and Suyu has nothing to say. Gets frozen in place. Huh. Damn. I think Gord is actually kind of busted right now. I think if you have good teammates, you can actually pull off a Gord. Don't you think, Shepard?
God is really a good pick. I think there was a time in MPL Philippines where you could see that God was really a meta pick. And it wasn't that long ago.
I mean, I've
That is
not
really good.
seen that much, but I think if you're saying it, I think you're actually meaning something really important because, well, that Gord pick, that Flicker Way of the Dragon gets Alpha, but you know what? Alpha uses the Spear of Alpha defensively, goes back. There goes the Gacha from the hands of Gord, who has the Ice Queen wand, slows him down too much that he can't even escape. But then again, that Cho sacrifice for the Gatot, roamer for roamer, but that will also mean the top tier 1 and mid tier 2, sorry, mid 3. Top tier 3 and mid tier 3 gets taken out. Maybe even the bot tier 3. Don't you think, Shepard?
Wow. The lanes are gone in under 9 minutes. And I think they're
Oh,
gonna retreat and take the
Oh,
Lord.
they can't retreat, my friend. They will be taken out. There goes the Harriet to shut down. Suyu and Harriet, well, sorry, Gord will be alive. But there comes Cho. Carrie getting the shutdown kill onto that Gord. Important gold coming into his hands. That team fight just went very bad for ABM. I think they should actually disengage right now. Don't you think, Shepard?
Yeah, exactly what I called. I told you this Yama Esports, the heroes they picked, they'll shine from mid to late, and now they're shining.
You were right, dude. Absolutely right. Oh, do you think Alpha is going to engage anytime soon, though? I'm really waiting in on him.
I don't think she's gonna engage because there's no sight of enemies, and there's no vision on enemies. I don't think he's gonna be risking that on Joe.
I mean, he's always disengaged, but then again, Cho doing an amazing job roaming for his team, making sure he has the vision of the enemies. So Suyu got the the first Lord of the match. That will be in the hands of ABM. Love to see it. All tier 3s taken out and mega minions coming in. Super minions.
Yes, and then the land sync is really good for ABM too.
Yup.
Although
I see with my little eye that Gatot is losing a lot of HP. There goes Harriet getting the kill on the Gatot. He had no mercy, will be taken out. Vengeance is not going to be enough. Harriet gets the kill onto that CC2, but Aurora gets the kill on the Cho. Harriet triple kill by killing Carrie, and Suyu gets the kill on the Aurora, wrapping up the game because the Lord was too impatient. Takes out the Nexus in a matter of seconds after reaching. That's called asserting dominance, and ABM did amazing.
yeah, it was a beautiful snowball by Team ABM. All Team
Definitely.
Yama had to do was hold out a beat and then wait for the moment to strike back, like how they did. They nearly had a comeback. Team Yama.
Yeah, dude. If they actually played a little more safer, made sure that ABM made a few more mistakes, they could have actually easily won this match. But that did not happen, as Yama Esports, Super Yama, will have to take the L. In this match, I think that mostly I saw Cho doing an amazing job with every one of his sets. The Flicker and Jeet Kune Do into the way of the dragon, dude, every single time. Top-notch gameplay from Cho. I love to see it.
Apex is really good on the roam. He
Ah,
knows where to
definitely.
go, where to give the vision. He's really good. He knows where to prioritize.
Man, Apex is Apex for a reason. Bro is the predator of Apexes. People on the top of the hierarchy, he takes them out. I love the way he actually got and singled out people. Top gameplay from him, giving the vision. Dude, everything from his side, top notch. Love to see it.
Do you know what they call Apex in India?
I'm not really sure. Enlighten me.
They call him the shark of India. The shark
Shark.
from the BTK shark. Do you know about him?
Oh, yeah, I do.
The last time Hoon was in the stream, people were like, Apex is the shark of BTK of India.
Oh man, and here I'm thinking Shark Tank. I'm joking, by the way, because that's the only thing that I watch. I'm too old for all these little, fun things like watching MPL streams. I seriously regret it, but that's something that you actually enlightened me about. I think Apex does deserve that title. Maybe he would get another title. Maybe he'll get the first Apex.
Yeah, maybe he's better than him.
Hey, fingers crossed. Nobody knows. Future is untold, but that will be said as we will not know what will happen in the future. We will be right back, though.
Alpha, my dear doomed king. The time has come to cast away that frail mortal shell. Join me in eternity.
gentle melody soothe your soul. Echo through the darkness. Lovely Quintet. Embrace the music.
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Unstoppable, we're igniting the spark. Brush off defeat, we hone every mark. Stand together, this is our time. Synchronize in perfect rhyme. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down.
Alpha, my dear doomed king. The time has come to cast away that frail mortal shell. Join me in eternity. eternal! In the end, you achieved nothing.
Let the eternal melody soothe your soul. Echo through the darkness. Don't we know the lovely quintet? Embrace the music!
In the arena, battle calls our name. Shadow rise, we're chasing fame. Legends born in the glow of the screen. Every move feels like a dream. Fight, fight with all your might. Glory waits under the neon light. Rise, rise, rise to claim your crown. Shadow rise, won't back down. Strategies unfold like a master plan. Every hero, every fan, dive into the fray with hearts of steel. Our destiny is all we feel.
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Champion of the Realm series, season 2. Now, yeah, there was a change up in the casters. Now it's me with Shepard. So, hello there, welcome, and I hope everyone is having a good evening. And yeah, back to the teams. It is gonna be the Fate Weavers versus Team Tartarus Divas that are gonna be going right now. Now, as we know, Tartarus Divas, they are the female lineup of Tartarus, so the expectations are quite high, I can tell. And we can't forget Fate Weavers as well. They have been doing quite excellent in this tournament so far, and going against the female team, it would be quite interesting. Now, the question is, will Faith Weavers go weave their faith and take the victory, or will Tartarus Divas prove how much diva they are? Now, that is a question that will be answered by the end of the match, but Yes. So far, yeah, this is your girl Zero on the caster's decks, and alongside me is none other than Shepard. Now, I've seen a a couple of comments, I would say, but yeah, quite actually just let him a little loose, guys. It's his first time casting here with us, but that's just what I was gonna say. Overall, it is gonna be quite of an interesting match. I am quite excited to see Tartarus Divas getting on their play. We did see them play last time as well, and they were performing quite good, but this time it's just a question, will they be, getting will they be surprising us more? That is a question that still remains, but yeah, for now we just gotta wait how they are, how they are gonna be playing. Same with Faith Weavers as well. Both are the rising teams, and it's always fun to go for how the rising teams are gonna be playing, right? But yeah, that's just a question that will be answered at the end of the day. For now, we're just gonna wait for the match to get on so we can go on with the whole game. Now, overall, there is not quite much to say about it right now because it's taking quite long for the match to start, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep yapping around both the teams. I mean, Fate Weavers, I saw them play the last match. They were quite exceptional, but the question is how will it be enough to go against their opponent team, because far they've made it quite far in the league stage, and they are gonna be still going for quite the high quite the high position. So yeah, we just gotta wait how how they play with us. But yeah, right now we are gonna be moving on to the drafting phase, and it is gonna be Tartarus Divas on the blue side and the Fate Weavers on the red side. So my question to you, Shepard, is there's the standard bands that we see most of the time. So my question is, oh, do you expect that it will be a standard band, or will there be like something of a surprise element?
Yeah, of course, there's gonna be a standard brain. I think Tartarus, they their bands will be pretty standard coming from Tartarus Divas, since Tartarus, the main lineup, the bands are pretty solid, and I'm expecting that same from the Tartarus Divas.
Mm-hmm.
And the Fate Weavers, I have I don't know much about them, but yeah, I expect a pretty standard band from Fate Weavers too.
Yeah, but we can't forget the surprise element that they might bring us, But yeah, there we go. First band, it would be the Badang onto the side, onto the band. It quite understandable, because yeah, Badang, he's quite annoying with his fist wall and fist crack, and of course his knockback with the first kill as well. So quite understandable. While Faith Weaver, they go for the assassin band, that would be the Hayabusa. Although there has been no ban in Suyo or the Joy, Hayabusa gets the priority ban. Quite interesting. There's still an alpha to counter the Suyo, so I guess they are also taking that into consideration. What do you say?
Saying, oh, there's a Zushin ban. Yeah, Zushin ban is pretty standard. I don't think you want to keep Zushin open and start flying here and there
Yeah.
on the lane of down.
Yeah, I agree. You don't want a Zushin to carry you on away with the lantern, but it's quite surprising because Tartarus Divas they have the first pick, yet they still go for the Zushin ban. I mean most of the time when a team has a first pick, they kind of let the Zushin open so that they could pick it out. But it's quite a little surprising. But yeah,
Yeah,
it was inevitable. It She was about to be banned from either of the side anyway. It was very inevitable. But another band comes in, the CC. Quite interesting. I guess Faith Weavers they are planning to go for a little tanky lineup because as we know CC she deals damage based off HP with her yo-yo. So I guess that is what they're gonna be going for. Same with the Harriet as well. Harriet compared to an Irtle or a Granger, I think Harriet is quite more difficult to get a counter against unless you have a Phobius or Midsittar, of course.
yeah. I think Tartarus Divas, they are prioritizing some things. They're gonna aim for some heroes since they have the first pick,
Mm-hmm.
and then there is Irtel Ben.
Mm-hmm. Quite interesting of a ban, I would say. Banning out that Irithel gives Tartarus or the Faith Weavers, either of them, the chance to pick out that Granger with with a lot of less difficulties by just yeah, those who are the ones who counters Granger quite efficiently. So it gives both the teams a chance to pick out that Granger and have him dominate the whole lane. But first pick goes on to the side of Tartarus Divas right now, and they are quite considering what to pick
Oh,
out. They go for
there's
the
a Granger
Granger.
pick.
Yep. I
This,
mean we saw it coming. We saw it coming.
yeah. And then Fate Weavers, they just gave away this Granger by banning out that Irtel. They're just like,
Yeah.
take, okay, we're gonna ban your counter. You can just take this Granger.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
gonna be hard now.
basically. Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be hard now for Fate Weavers to counter Granger on the gold lane because Granger is the burst damage is pretty high, too high.
Mm-hmm. There's still a Moskov that can be taken into consideration. Well, he kind of counters out the Granger also, so there is, I guess, one more slot for the Fate Weavers to pick it up, but they decide to go for the Hylos and the Suyo. Now, quite interesting, if Tartarus Divas they pick out the Alpha, then it's gonna be counter for both the heroes. So they are playing a little dangerous, little risky out there by picking both of them together first. And you know, it's gonna be either if Tartarus Divas they don't go for that alpha, I guess they should ban him out. But overall, we are seeing a Lucas pick coming in. Might be a jungle because we saw a Lucas jungle in the last match with Tartarus Divas, and Kacha might be on the EXP, might be on the Rome position. Both are flex picks, so
Yeah,
we never know.
yeah, both of them are. Oh, there's a Moskov. You called it. You
Yep.
called it.
I mean that's gonna be the only option that is left for them to pick, right? While going against a Granger. Moscow does quite well against a Granger because of his blink skill and his knockback as well. So he can dodge the bullets coming in from Granger. So yeah, it's basically the picks and their counters that are happening right now. And for both sides, their roamer and possibly their mage. Their mage and possibly their roamer is not out yet. So both the teams they can go for the possibility, and Farsa gets banned out. Quite understandable because of her recent buffs as well. She's been climbing up the leaderboards. So there's still a Sicilian Open that either the team could pick or maybe the Eve, but there's still a Gattaca to take into consideration. So they gotta think carefully and pick it out.
Or we might see a Valentina since Tartarus Divas, they have two good heroes with very good ults to copy.
Yeah, I completely agree. The Valentina can be taken by the side of Faith Weavers. They can all Tasha's Divas. They can also go for the Valentina just to be safe that Faith Weavers they do not pick her out. So she still has a glorious pathway if she could if she wants to get the if she wants to get the copy the alt around. But a Luoyi ban coming in quite understandable because Hylos and Lloyd both are quite a great pair, but Tartarus Divas they decide to deny Valentina for both the sides because they know her potential. And if Faith Weavers take their hold on Valentina, then it's gonna be quite a party for the side of Faith Weavers because they got the Lucas they got the Gatotkacha AOG. So both of them are quite the copyable ults. So yeah, they gotta deny that out.
Yeah. Valentina is quite an Uno reverse card in this match. If they picked Valentina, then it's gonna be Lucas ult every 5 seconds.
Yeah. Compared to the original ult
Lucas.
cooldown for
Yeah.
Lucas and compared to Valentina, Valentina has more of a chance to spam Lucas's ult. So yeah, that they're just gonna take one thread away. But yes, the the Florin and Lucas combo comes in. Now we have seen that combo somewhere else and it was applicable like really well. And this time, Tartarus Divas, they are gonna be going for that full combo. They already have the frontliner Gatotkacha. Lucas is also there for the sustain. And Vexana and Granger, they are gonna be providing the assistance from behind. They got the CC, so the healer works out in this team composition. And for Faith Weavers, that Lilia, it looks quite a little out of place, but yeah, she does have the slow effect with her skills. So if it's played well, then it could work out.
It all depends on the play right now.
Yeah, it does. It does. It definitely does. It depends on the execution of how how the teams are gonna be doing it, and I'm quite excited to see this match. But there are times where we have seen that the draft is really good for one side and they fail around the execution part. So they gotta be, they gotta be like really careful on how they approach the draft. So it's gonna be quite interesting.
Fate Weavers, they got the early game of this match, and the Tartarus Divas, I think they're gonna shine from mid to late, based on the heroes they picked. Suyo
Yeah.
and Hylos,
Hmm.
they have a pretty strong early game.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
the question
think
is,
Yana and Florin is
mm,
gonna stand a chance against them.
yeah. Although the question still remains if those two are gonna be, gonna be enough for the early game aggression, we might just see something because there is something happening around the Little Wanderer, and look at that. Lucas Anxious takes the Little Wanderer away from the hands of Soyo. That is a little bit more experience in his side. Will be helping him get a little bit up on the EXP, upon the experience, upon the level gap, I would say, for both the junglers. But overall, I guess they are just gonna be going around play that poking game. But also, you can't forget how annoying Vexana is with her Curse Blast. because she and her deathly grass as well. She gets you terrified. She stuns you when you're approaching her. But the one thing is her early game cooldown is really high, so you gotta time your skills well. But look at that, around the turtle, first blood gets in the hands of Anxious right there. Lilia gets taken down. Kingbon might be on to escape, but he will be getting taken out in the hands of Cat. Anxious does lose her life on Suyo, but the revenge is there. Suyo gets taken down. 3-for-1 trade so early, right before the turtle. And it does go in the favor of Tartarus Divas right now. The turtle is up, and they both the teams, they are fighting around the turtle, trying to get control over the turtle area. We see Kingbon is not yet quite level 4, so they gotta wait while Ellie Hope here, she's she got the level 4, so she can go for the unlimited global heal. But the turtle does get taken in the hands of Lelouch V right there. Phobius gets taken down. They are gonna be forced to use out their flicker. Double kill gets in the hands of Anxious. That's a triple kill, but Maniac gets denied as Vayne gets the kill for herself. Now the score is getting more up and up, and it is getting to a 7-1 in the first 3 minutes and 30 seconds mark of this match. And the Fate Weavers, they are getting the pressure from they are starting to get the pressure from Tartarus Divas right now. And overall, I would say Moscow rotating towards the goal lane was quite commendable, but they were not able to get a full control around that part. But yeah, overall it gave Michelle on that Granger the chance to push out on the minions, clear out the minions, and get some gold for herself. So it's looking quite great, but we do see Lilos V trying to go for the orange buff and deny Anxious on the orange buff. But yeah, fight might be breaking out again. Kingbon does use his glorious pathway as a defense mechanism. He will be getting away, but the fight is not done yet. AOG comes in from Cat, but it's not enough. It does not connect. And team Fate Weavers, they do get to breathe a little sigh of relief, but the turtle is back up again, and they are taking more and more fights. Kingbon gets taken out in the hands of Michelle right there. Now 5 people onto this turtle side, and the amount of dominance that they are giving is getting overwhelming for the side of Faith Weavers. And of course, the turtle will be this time in the hands of Tartarus Divas right now. Now they are getting all of the equal traits from any of the team fights, even if they lost the turtle in the first one, that they got it in the second, they got the kill advantage, they got the gold advantage as well. 4k gold lead in the hands of Tartarus Divas. And yeah, both, in my opinion, both Vixana and Lilia, they have quite of a great lane clearing skills, so it won't be quite hard for them to get the minions away. But top lane turret might be in danger as it gets taken down, and Get That Gacha might be getting ganked out. But yeah, they won't be committing to any team fight because they know they are gonna be at a much of a disadvantage. Another fight breaks out right in the mid lane, and Michelle lands his kills on to Squishy Banana. Same with Kingbon. He gets taken down 4 times already, and the rest of the teams, they are forced to flee back. And Lilochvi is not able to do anything as well, because once all the team is gathered up, I feel like it's quite unstoppable for Tartarus Divas, because the amount of CC and the amount of heal that comes in, I think that is enough for them to start any team fight. Quite ironic because the Fate Weavers, they have a Hylos in their hands. They could force out a team fight anytime, but they are not getting the early game snowball that is needed. So, they are not able to initiate any team fight, and Tartarus Divas, they are doing really they know that if Fate Weavers, they get the early game snowball, it will be hard for them. So they are just gonna be going all aggressive out. They are not gonna be giving the Fate Weavers any chance to even pick up a team fight. And already the turtle has been started, while the rest of the teams are just gonna be zoning the Fate Weavers away from the turtle. Once again, in the hands of Tartarus Divas right now, the gold difference is getting higher and higher, and the pressure is getting more into the side of Fate Weavers, and we can see that the top and bottom level 1 tier turret has been taken down, and Michelle is out just out there farming safe and stacking up on her Capriccio. Really great job at that. Lilaus, we can't really do anything because he does not have that farm, so he gotta wait it out. He gotta be patient, and he just gotta be safe and sound. Although back onto the top lane, Cat will be forced to use up her AOG, and Anxious as well. I feel like that was quite of a little bit of an early Lucas ult that came in. Quite premature, I would say, but Toji-san gets taken down. He has no way to escape. He could not even pop out his flicker. But look at that. Inferno Pursuit comes in from Squishy Banana, but gets taken down in the hands of Michelle. The Glorious Pathway is there, but Yvain is gonna be taking him out with the Eternal Guard that she summoned. Now that is 3 people down for the side of Faith Weaver. Score is 13-1 right now, and things are not looking great for the side of Team Tartarus, Team the Faith Weavers right now. And Tartarus Divas, they are dominating. Overall great map control that is coming in from the side of Team Tartarus Divas right now. The Lord is about to spawn in 3 seconds, and there is a high possibility that Tartarus Divas, they can end it in this Lord fight. But we gotta see because Team the Faith Weavers, they are maybe trying to contest the Lord, but it won't be that easy because of all of the level difference and the farm difference that is coming in. With no contest at all, Team Tartarus Divas, they take the Lord, and already we can see the lane sync trying to come in and wait for the Lord to come to march on to the side of Team Fate Weavers. And Fate Weavers, they're just gonna be backing off, trying to protect their turrets right now. They're quite helpless, I would say, and just overall they gotta wait it out, have some patience so that they can get back to their own feet. But I feel like it's gonna be a little bit harder than usual, although Moskov is trying his best to get that Lord. He does have his attack speed built. The Holy Trinity is gonna be coming in, so he does have it. But yeah, another fight breaks out. Squishy Banana really inside with that Infernal Pursuit. Mega kill in the hands of Michelle right there. Okay, that was quite a bit of a I would say clutch coming in, because there was no backup and there was not much of a farm in your hands as well. Currently it's a 9k gold difference, almost 10k now, and the mistake that you don't want to do is commit for a team fight, because you're gonna end up losing at least 2 or 3 of your whole members, if not maybe all 5. So You gotta play it safe. But yeah, the bottom lane inhibitor does get taken down. One more team that comes in. AOG connects onto one person. Kingbone, Glorious Pathway gets used up. The Eternal Guard is there. Tartarus, Divas, they get one down. But Kingbone will be getting taken down. Infernal Pursuit onto Michelle. That's a shutdown from Moskov right there. Anxious already used her beast form, so she won't be able to do much right now. Double kill in his hands. And Moscow might be looking for a triple going after Anxious, but the chase won't be enough. The SOD does miss. And as we see, Moskov, he's playing really well. 201 KDA, which means he has been playing safe. He has been farming up. And he's trying his best to carry he's trying his best to carry the match for his team right now. Now the Fate Weavers, they kind of have the clap back that is needed for them, and they are getting quite the confidence thanks to Duke Athraides on that Moskov right now. Squishy Banana, although he has been going around taking all the damage, he could maybe play it a little bit more safe and just wait for the whole team to start assembling. The second Lord has spawned, and this time the Fate Weavers, they are quite confident, but they gotta protect the Moskov because Moskov is the main damage dealer right now. And Tartarus, Divas, they are gonna be looking for that Lord. Already getting started on Moskov though, getting the split push coming in, while Phobius is there trying to distract them away. Okay, the Lord gets taken, of course, with no contest at all. Oh, okay. Fate Weavers, they are farming up little by little, but it's not quite there yet. The base is really open, except for the mid lane inhibitor that they have. So they still gotta wait. They still gotta play it safe and hopefully not commit any unnecessary team fight that can make them lose this match. Already the fight might erupt here any moment because the Lord is about to reach the base. Glorious Powder gets used defensively. Lucas does pop out her ult right there. Beast form gets used up, and Eternal Guard same as well, crashing onto King Bond. Anxious gets taken down, but Michelle takes the kill. A shutdown coming in. Moscow, with Moscow gone, team the Fate Weavers, they will be quite helpless. But look at that, Michelle is marking for the base, saying with the Lord, and with that the crystal will be taken down in the hands of Tartarus Davis. Quite a fast-paced gameplay, I would say, coming in from Tartarus Divas right there. This time, their whole composition was good, their execution was good, and their map sense, and of course the discipline that came in, that was really good. And really commendable as well. All of the look at that. Anxious, she has 100% on team fight participation. That as a jungler, she was kind of the one initiating team fights, going everywhere, being present in every single team fight that was happening. And that is kind of the work of a jungler that you're supposed to do. Even more than a roamer, that is quite commendable. But yeah, team Fate Weavers, they tried their best. They were doing what they could, but they could not get the early game snowball despite having the Hylos and the Suyo. So you kind of gotta watch it out. And I feel like that Lilia was quite out of place as well. They could have gone for the Sicilian, maybe give them a little bit more of a late game damage output. And Moskov, he was doing really great though. He was going around the map farming up here and there, and he did get that farm, but he was not able to make his potential shine out through the whole game. So Yeah, overall, the victory goes to the side of Team Tartarus Divas right now. And that was it for the last match of the day. And with that, I would say it has been quite an eventful day for me, at least. So I hope everyone does have a good rest, and we will be meeting you back again tomorrow. For now, this is your caster Zero, and of course, alongside me, Shepard, and we both will be signing off.
You like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after? Be good, and you will have a loving home. Be kind, and you will be shown kindness. Be gracious, and you will find true love.
It's all your fault!
I want my
I was just having some fun. Your mother
died because of you!
What a bunch of drivel. Break those chains! Embrace your rightful power! I really love a good fairy tale. Who will be the lead of our next story? Do you like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after? Be good, and you will have a loving home. Be kind, and you will be shown kindness. Be gracious, and you will find true love.
your fault!
I want my
I was just having
for the
some
ball.
fun. Your mother died because of you!
What a bunch of drivel. Break those chains! Embrace your rightful power! I really love a good fairy tale. Who will be the lead of our next story?